Hello, Admiral Seabass here for U.S. turn number 4. Now at war with everyone and $77 to spend. Here's what they're going to do. Well, first, before I talk about the purchases, I want to tell you the strategy I settled on. First, on the Europe map, we're going to go after Italy. And we're going to try to get a transport shuck going from the eastern U.S. through Gibraltar or Morocco and Italy itself. We're going to use some U.S. aircraft who have long-range ability, which means they move an extra one, plus the extra one from the airbase there to take out that blocker. That's going to be our only combat move. On the Pacific board, we're going to try to establish an airbase in the Aleutian Islands where we can strategically bomb Japan from. With an airbase and a long-range aircraft, our bombers can move 8. So they would be able to go 1, 2, 3, 4 and return to base. So the 3 transports and the 3 guys are to get the transport shuck going to Italy. The 2 bombers, an aircraft carrier, and an artillery complete our Pacific forces, at least for now. So that's the strategy. Also, we're going to go ahead and do a tech roll to try to get heavy bombers, which will just make our strategic bombing of Japan even better. So let's go ahead and roll that now. For heavy bombers, we need, it costs $3 and we need an 8+. So let's see if we can get it. Look at that. U.S. now has heavy bombers. Japan, are you quaking in your boots yet? Well, maybe not, because you don't know that these are coming your way. You just think they might be coming Germany's way. So there's that. One combat move, and that is right there. So let's go ahead and roll that. That's a fighter at 3, attack at 4 scaled up, and a strategic bomber at 4. So 2 at 3, 1 at 4. And there's the hit we needed. And the German destroyer will shoot back at a 2. And it misses. So the German blocker's out of the way. Take the target marker off. We'll move those guys back in non-combat. So on our non-combat, let me make those moves. One thing I forgot to mention on the Pacific board is we can go down and protect Australia with that big U.S. force that's sitting in the Hawaiian Islands, and we're going to do that. We're probably going to put it all down right off Queensland, Australia, as a defensive move. That lets this Navy plus the aircraft carrier that I'm going to add to it move up here next turn. So anyway, I'm going to make my non-combats and then give you all a summary of what happened. Okay, here's a summary of my non-combats over on Europe. I moved all the Navy in to C-Zone 91 with 3 transports, 3 guys, an artillery, and 2 tanks, and the bomber all in Gibraltar. Those 2 planes that hit the German destroyer landed back on the aircraft carrier. That'll make the Italians plenty nervous. And then over here, I moved the big Navy that was in Hawaii, which is on that card there, all down to C-Zone 54, protecting Queensland. Also moved 3 guys in artillery into Queensland proper. And then one of the fighters from Hawaii, I landed here in New Guinea to protect the Australian forces there, leaving the other 2 back there. Landed, moved this tactical and the fighter from eastern United States over to here. They'll land on the aircraft carrier that I will build there. So let's go ahead and place our units. That aircraft carrier will go right here, and these guys will land on it. Actually, we'll just leave those there. We know they're landed on it. These 2 strategics We'll go here. This artillery will go here. And then 3 more transports. We'll go right here to get a shuck going to the med, along with 3 guys to pair with either those 3 mechs or an anti-aircraft to move forward next turn. So whether this is a long-term shuck or not sure yet, or whether this is 6 transports that could go into Rome, you know, that really depends on what the Germans and the Italians do and what the Japanese do. So that's it for the U.S. Let's go ahead and collect income. Let me see how much that's going to be. U.S. is going to collect a cool $70. They get all their bonuses except for Philippines, and they lost the Philippines to Japan. So that's the difference between the 77 they collected last turn and the 70 they get this turn. So that's it for U.S. turn 4. That certainly changes the dynamics of things for the Axis, especially over here. So we'll have to see what the response can be. China has $5, which they're going to keep. They don't have any territory, so they can't spend it. So nothing going for the Chinese this turn, which means next up is the UK and the FEC. This is Admiral Seabass signing off.